It's hard to understand the way that you went out. I bet you're living with a little hint of doubt. Maybe next time when you gotta show your hand, you won't cut and run, you'll finally make a stand. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Existential questions always get you down. All you want to know is are we lost or found? Is there something that you feel you need to chase? I bet you thought you'd put me in my place. 'Cause I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. We're not through. Yeah, I know it's true, I'm finally getting to you. You can run, you can hide, but inside, I'm finally getting to you. Yes, it's true. I still love you, but I am getting to you.
Stand by to initiate release sequencer. On my mark.
We're
5,
on express elevator to hell. Going down.
2, 1. Mark.
Welcome back to the Resupply with me, guy next door.
Me, someone who can hear guy next door, I hope.
Oh, they're all backwards.
And me,
Oh.
Fan.
Oh, wait, I'm
Oh,
DK.
That's
Yeah.
really weird. Hang on.
Uh-oh,
Oh,
uh-oh.
no. Oh,
I knew
no.
we should have
Awkward.
switched programs. No!
Yeah, that's what happens when you try and make things nicer. There we go. That's why we can't have nice things. Well, bringing your first and probably regular double tap of all things Space Marines and Laser Force for 2023. Happy bloody New Year. It's a new year. New year, new us. Same old tech
New year.
problems.
It may be a new year. I'm not sure it's new us.
It's definitely not a new us. Definitely same us. Definitely same tech problems. Definitely same lowbrow something that you're
Excuse
so
me, these are
used
all
to.
new tech problems. Thank you very much.
Okay, that is actually factually true. These are 100% new tech problems. You are correct.
You can't step into the same broken tech river twice.
Have you met us? Sure, we can.
That's a very interesting point that I've just thought of. So I've got a different scene that we're going to switch to later. Hopefully that one's set up properly. I probably should have. I didn't even notice that. That's really dumb. Hype train is close. What a way to start 2023. Thank you guys so much. Smalley, 31 months. 31
Damn.
months.
Wow.
Goodness
Damn.
me. And also, I was going to say, Russ, how did you get ads if you're subbed? You just subbed in. Thank you very much for your prime sub.
That's your reminder that you need to reset.
Yeah.
There's ads, no!
I like how you blame me too.
I've got ads. Fuck you, Steve. It is your reminder. Well, it's working then. You're welcome. Good, happy New Year to you, chat. Very nice to see you guys. Very nice to see my boys down here. How the heck are you? How you doing? How's the New Year?
I mean, so far it's a new year. It's
So far the date's changed.
I mean, we ticked over a date, and work was kind of ridiculous this week because people were still out this week, and they're obviously out last week, but we've got IT planning this coming week, and so really like the last like two days have been nothing but hard scrambling trying to get everything done that wasn't done the last couple of weeks because people weren't in the office to be able to do the things that needed to be done. But,
Yeah, correct, Mr. Doom. Work. Yuck. Ew.
Agreed.
Well,
On the other hand, the year I would say is starting out decently for me. If you still remember, last time I was having a little bit of the holiday blues. Wasn't feeling great. A little drained into the semester. Feeling a bit better. The holidays are past. All that bullshit is done. Looking forward to a year full of laser tag and hopefully staying in good spirits and trying not to just get swept away in this massive rainstorm that's destroying Northern California, if you believe Reddit.
Oh no!
Is it like a small drizzle? Slam Man, 25 months. Thank you very much.
Yeah, bro.
You just kicked off the hype train.
It is a serious storm. It's a lot of rain. We don't always get.
I say
a
we
whole
take
lot of
off
rain.
and
You know,
nuke
that's
the entire
kind of a chronic
site
problem
from orbit.
in our state. But yeah, it was just one of these kinds of things where like these going to be these super high winds, and we're going to get all these inches or centimeters, whatever your persuasion is, of rain here and there. Like, oh no, what if the dams fail? What if the levees fail? It's an apocalypse. And I mean, the storm's done some damage, but it's not the end of the world. Please, we need water. We need water.
Wow, there you go. Water sucks.
Yeah.
It really sucks. Cheers to you.
Well, yeah, you live in a neighborhood with nothing but trees, Russ. What did you think was gonna fucking happen?
I mean, Russ, DK does make a very valid
It's
point
called
with
land
that.
park, not land desert.
Russ,
Cheers.
you can like trees. It's fine. But you have to acknowledge that living near trees, as you do, is going to engender certain potential issues during storms.
You needed a new roof anyway. Don't worry about it.
Isn't gender a word? I've never heard that word.
Engender? Yes, it is a valid word. It's an SAT word. Fuck off.
Smart guy.
Have you met me?
Nah. Sometimes.
Yeah, it's accurate.
Yeah. Stupid trees. Level 2 hype train. Well done, you bloody legends.
2.
That's level 2. Well, I mean, it's the weather here is really weird. Auckland's becoming more and more tropical, and not in a good way. It's a bullshit. Like I walk outside, it's like being licked by everything. It's yucky. Yeah, correct.
I mean,
didn't care for that.
I mean, I guess it depends upon. Never mind. I'm gonna stop.
What a terrible day to have an imagination.
No, I'm gonna stop.
Lucianne out in the park trying to give out gummy bears. It's a bit of an in-joke for anyone who's been around the stream. Yeah.
Gotta love those inside jokes. They play well for a mass audience.
Yeah. No, I did tell the story. I told the story on Thursday on Thunderdome. But basically, this guy inebriated on New Year's Eve in a park trying to give gummy bears to children, and then immediately regretting that decision because that's creepy. It was all wholesome intent, but you know, it's not how it looked. Optics are bad.
I'm just hearing the overlay of the Law and Order voice as you say that. In the criminal justice system, guy next door is handing out candy to teenagers. He is about to get fucked in the ass by justice.
Well, to start, Steph would have been all for that, yeah, but it helps, like, if you know the person giving you gummy bears. This is a random dude giving people gummy bears.
It's like literally the exact scenario that like all the anti-drug programs were like like ramming into our heads when we were growing up. Then
Exactly.
don't take stuff from strangers. They'll try to
Yeah.
give you drugs
it'll be
in a
drugs.
random park.
I don't want to give drugs away to people. Those are my drugs.
Well, I mean, drugs are expensive, so why would you give them away?
Yeah,
Like,
especially to youths. Fucking get a job, youths. Pay for your own.
They won't even
drugs.
appreciate it.
Yeah. Didn't appreciate my gummy bears. So we had some news drop. Thankfully, it happened just after we decided we were breaking for the end of year, start of year break. And happy days. We got some Nat states. We got some bloody Nat states. We'll get into we'll get into that in a minute. But the train has officially is starting to leave. It's pulling away from the station. People are still trying to get on board of the hype train. This is a great analogy.
Twitch has nothing on our hype train.
yeah, Twitch.
The Nats hype train is way different. Totally
That's
different category.
But we've actually implemented a couple of behind the scenes changes on this end, which like immediately I messed up the cameras. Cool.
Correct.
But hopefully it should make for a better viewing experience overall. If anyone out there who does stream on Twitch, give the what's it called, guest star. Give the guest star feature a hoon. We've switched from Discord to guest star, and it means that if somebody drops out of the conversation, the cameras don't go all fucking crazy.
That was my favorite part of the show.
Well, you would, yeah. So Frosthammer moved to. Oh, speaking of which, represent. Frosthammer moved to the countryside, deep in the backwoods, and now he's got no internet.
No. He has internet. It's just satellite internet, and there are some trees between the satellite and the dish, and so it's temperamental as fuck.
Yeah.
Trying to
Yeah,
stay
fix your
connected.
shit, Elon. God damn it.
Like trees, exactly right, Russ. Trees causing shit all over the place. What we should do, right? Like any good settler, cut those trees down to improve the quality of your life. That's what you need to do, Frosthammer.
The signal was fine for, dozens of kilometers as it comes down to Earth, and then in the last fucking 5 meters, just a tree in the way. What the fuck?
What the shit? And Lucy, you make a good point.
I'm in a tree.
He is in the tree.
That's right. Dozens, Russ.
Can you guys hear those alerts?
No.
No, thank
No, we
fuck.
can't, which is actually really fucking cool.
Oh, we need to
It's
change
really
that.
freeing up my headspace.
There we go.
Oh,
Hang on.
fuck.
Let's see if we can hear this.
Boo.
I'm in a tree.
God damn it.
Perfect.
It was so peaceful not hearing the alerts.
I could have gone the rest of my life without hearing another water sucks notification.
Cue redemptions in chat. Yeah, so there we go.
God damn it, Russ.
Cheers.
Russ, you
Russ is
are...
fine. Fuck you, Steve. Why'd you turn our notifications back on?
You're welcome.
Oh, fuck you
Sucks
too,
for the rest
Smalley.
of the day. Cheers. We got stuff.
Oh,
See, this is your guys' doing.
you know what, Steve-O? Eat all the dicks. All of them. All the
Fine,
smelly
Russ.
dicks.
I'm just gonna have a nice sip here out of my Sacramento Kings cup that I think only one of these guys is still on the team anymore. That's really how often I go to games.
Oh, this is just us drinking water. What
Yeah,
have you
looks
guys
like
done?
it. So we got 2K, Diablo, and Hoodie all making sure that we are properly hydrated.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate you guys looking out. Let's talk about I found a bunch of stuff at the op shops. Oh, the bees. Oh, that's not gonna work.
Oh crap.
One show into the year, we're already fucking derailed.
I can't
mean,
wait for this
really-
to eventually get posted on YouTube, and everyone's like, "Skip this part, bullshit."
Yeah.
I need a fast forward button for life.
Pretty much.
Boy, I feel hydrated. Anyways, and whose fault is that? DK's. It's DK's fault.
Fuck off.
I never voted to have that shit.
Let's talk about Laser Force. So, we finally got some dates. The management reached
Mr.
out.
Gray, sir, drop the controller.
Now, don't make me turn them off, because I will. I fucking will.
Oh no, Steve-O. Don't do that. Oh, no. Don't turn
no,
off
stop.
the things.
No, stop. Don't go.
No, stop. Come back.
But actually, before we get into Nats, because it bears mentioning, it's not the only laser tag tournament coming up, is it? Is it, boys?
I suppose it's not.
Let's
Technically, no.
very quickly, because we can't have nice things down here. Every time we announce a tournament down here, one of you Americans are like, "Oh, well, we're also gonna do a tournament, so whatever."
With blackjack and hookers.
Well, if it was in Utah, it'd be close enough to that sort of shenanigans. But for anyone that is located in the northern hemisphere, that is handy to America, there is a Loveland Duos Extravaganza, which I think we'll talk about more in its own show. That one's in March, start of March.
Yep.
Start of March.
The format is pretty weird and kind of cool. So I think we'll probably we'll get Sergeant Tucker on to talk us through it. But you guys, I believe, are you both going to that one?
I am, at least.
I am not going to duos because it doesn't work out for me timing wise. I'm going to Seattle Comic-Con, which is basically that weekend, the weekend leading up, and so just the timing just does not work. But we are both going to Loveland in a couple weeks, so
Yeah.
Rendezvous.
So that's
more of just a side piece, if you know what I mean.
That's just
wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more.
It's not a proper committed tournament.
it's just most of the resupply going to do a thing, but not everyone's invited.
You can still
Correct.
buy a ticket.
No,
I
thank
ain't
you.
stopping you.
No, thank you. But let's talk about the thing that is. Oh my God! It's been 3 years in the making. At this point, maybe 4.
Yes.
Shall we say 4?
I mean,
Because,
it kind of started basically as Detroit Nats ended.
Yeah.
So that was in mid to late 2019.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's been a minute.
it has
Or
been a
2.
minute.
Probably even 3.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But we Auckland 2020 is finally happening. The Laser Force Space Marines 5 International Tournament for 2023 will be hosted by Auckland Laser Force. The dates being the 24th of July until the 28th of July, which I'm very, very excited about because, like we said, we've been hanging out for a hot minute. It's been ages since we were talking about doing Nats, and it's finally going to happen. Yay!
I immediately bracketed off the funds in my savings account so I would make sure I had access to them whenever New Zealand Nats actually happened. And in those 4 years that we've been waiting, it's garnered at least $2.36 in interest. So, we're really going to party when we get down there.
You committed to Auckland Nats before COVID? Exactly. And that's since when? Since mid-2019. Exactly right.
Yeah.
We just said that.
We just talked about it, Traj.
Come on, Gramps.
Yeah.
With the program.
Bloody...
Turn up your hearing aids, Traj.
But I'm very, very excited about it because obviously we've been waiting a long time to have Nationals come back to Auckland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been, 17?
14 years.
Math is wrong on that one.
Well, no, 14. It would have been 14 in 2020. So yeah, so it's going to be 17.
17.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I did that close to being right, but that's a long time, a real long time. It would have been nice to do it in 2020 because that was the 20th year anniversary for Auckland Laser Force.
Yeah.
Would have been nice.
Would have been nice. It does fall to the 20th anniversary of my competitive playing career, because my first Nats was in 2003. So, yeah, you're exactly right, Jen. We are old.
So we go from celebrating
Facts.
Auckland Lasers to celebrating Steve-O as a competitive player.
Yay for me. In my world, that's important. Oh, Glader, 28 months. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it.
Yeah, bro.
That's. Auckland Nets announced COVID starts. Coincidence? Yeah, somebody's fucking, raining on our parade. That's an interesting link, Maniac. Is that an actual thing? Is there New Zealand sale with United currently happening?
Yeah, these dates are not appropriate for when the tournament is, but
That's disappointing.
I have definitely had some looks at flight prices and things like that getting over from at least the Western United States over to New Zealand. So I would definitely recommend for U.S. travelers bracket off at least probably $1,500 to $2,000 for tickets just to be safe. Hopefully you can get them on sale so they're cheaper than that, or figure out some other kind of deal. But that's kind of the range that I've been seeing for a lot of flights.
Yeah.
So Russ, that like travel Feb 9 to November 27 of. Oh god damn it! Well, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to make sure I check that link then. God damn it!
Oh, yeah.
God damn it!
Maybe open it and have it there in the background. But I suppose that's real helpful for anyone looking at buying tickets from America, or America adjacent. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet. I can't wait. I can wait. I've waited fucking almost 4 years for it. But
yeah, say you can wait. You will wait. You don't have an option because
you've been waiting.
Yeah, that's how time works.
Yeah.
Truly was the greatest tragedy in all of 2020.
Second, I mean, the first one had an operation recently to fix his bung joints. So, it's good.
To fix his bum. What happened to that?
Bung joints, not bum joints. Once Americans get to New Zealand, their money goes a lot further. That's a really good point. So if you are traveling to New Zealand, we basically have play money here. So the conversion rate is pretty sweet. I think it's like double or half, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, it's not quite double. At least, not last time I checked. I don't know. Maybe things have changed the last few days, but it's a favorable for Americans. I'll say that.
Now,
nice.
You'll find that some of the food prices, like you'll be paying $20 for a combo at McDonald's if you eat there. But whatever. It works out about the same, I think. Maybe. So get your tickets. Get your tickets. You'll be there. You won't be playing. Well, we do need people in the commentary team. So...
I'll believe that when they close the coffin, Traj. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I thought you got your bionic joints put in. Aren't you good to go? Or is that, is that premature? You're still healing from that. It's going to be sweet. I'm so stoked that we finally have some dates. It means that people can start, booking flights and stuff. You paid €1,100 in October for Brisbane, but you won't get that price again. That's expensive. Oh, that's not too bad, I guess.
From Germany to Brisbane, that's cheap as shit.
Yeah,
dude.
that's awesome. That's a great fucking price.
That works out to be about $2,000 New Zealand, right? Yeah, I suppose that's about right. 2.5, I suppose, is like the norm. Cool, whatever. Conversions are cool.
Conversions are cool. Time zones are cool.
Yeah, tons of
You're just happy that Fan and I finally consolidated the same time zone, so we don't fuck you up any more than you already are.
I don't know. I'm pretty fucked up. You don't believe bionic joints count as standard laser force equipment? Yeah, I mean, we'll see. It's hard to get them to, leave them in the foyer, I guess. We've got some stuff planned for before and after the tournament. I want to run a frisbee golf, disc golf tournament the weekend before, weather permitting. So if there are some disc golfers amongst you, let me know, because we'll put together a wee competition. I think it'd be pretty cool. We're also planning some travel for after, but that's probably a conversation for maybe off stream. But I am putting an itinerary together for that. So I'll try and work out costs and stuff, and if people want to stay the extra week and do some travel with us around New Zealand, feel free to. You're more than welcome. There's going to be a good bunch of people. So it's probably
It'll be an
well worth
okay
your time.
bunch of people.
Well, are
An
you
okay
coming?
bunch of people. Russ putting
Yeah.
this fucking sale link in that I have to look at is very irritating, actually. Because no, like I genuinely I have to wait for bonus time and tax time because I don't know if some things I did because of my move are going to fuck me.
Bro, I was unemployed and poor as shit when I went to Brisbane in 2014.
Yeah.
You can make it work.
You can make it
Okay,
work.
you were poor
Sell
as
some
shit.
plasma. You'll be fine.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck off, both of you.
You had me
God
at semen
damn,
of blood.
I hate both of you so much.
I
hate you too, Russ,
You
by the
guys
way.
are gonna see some incredible,
get used to it.
incredible amounts of FOMO happening on the podcast for this Nats. I mean, this podcast was born out of FOMOing people into attending nationals. So,
Correct.
You know, stands to reason there's going to be a bunch of that over the next couple of months. Small, you said Hobbitland. There is one thing that's going to happen for sure. Probably the first stop will be Hobbiton. So the rough schedule at the moment is like Hobbiton, Rotorua, Taupo, and New Plymouth, and maybe Wellington. That might be the case. Hobbitland, yeah, come with us. Hopefully you'll be in Auckland anyway, Frosthammer, for the Empire gig. We'll see.
The other thing that Steve's trying to book.
Oh man, I want to make this Nats awesome. I want to make the whole 2 weeks that that sort of encompasses nationals incredible. So hopefully we get a big turnout. I really hope people do make the effort. I know that travel is a little bit difficult at the moment, but it's probably going to be worth your time. It might be. I'm going to put it out there. Greatest Nats so far. Yeah. from a activity perspective, we'll see. But
you should always shoot for it to be the best Nats ever.
That's right. I mean, if
shoot for that.
If you're aiming for less, you're doing it wrong. We'll try and do some sort of barbecue in a park at nighttime with no lights.
That's my favorite part.
Honestly, like at the time, hilarious. But the story has endured for that national. It's like
the tale grows in the telling.
It's pretty funny because like that's Brisbane for me at least has been both the best and worst awards dinner experiences that we've had. It's really, really awesome.
Fair.
If you need group book in Rotorua, you can use your discount. I might pull you up on that, Jen. That might be cool. But it's 24th, 28th of July. We'll probably stay down at Papamoa Beach as well because the holiday park there is bloody awesome, and we get thankfully get a pretty good deal. But if you are traveling, stay at Tasman Holiday Park. It's really good. Hey Jess, good morning to you. Brisbane awards were rigged as shit. Which ones? I assume you're talking about
the only ones that he went to.
Oh, was that Park in the Dark?
Yeah, that's Park in the Dark.
Yeah, it was 2018. He's still bitter about All-Star Medics.
Oh yeah, didn't you win that, Russ? Oh, that's a shame. Who won that one?
I'm pretty sure it was me.
Oh,
yeah,
was it?
100%.
Yeah,
it's weird.
I do believe that is a tournament where all three of us won All-Star Awards. So that's why we're allowed to have a podcast, because we can just claim implausibly that we're not dog shit at laser tag.
Perfect. Granted, that's the most fit I've ever been in my adult life, but whatever.
Might be correlation. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows? You want to go crash there with you at the park? Yeah, that'll be sweet, Jen. We can make that happen. Right, so let's talk about Laser Force. So there are some resources that were relevant at the time of when they were released. Unfortunately, they're a little bit outdated now. But I've went through and I updated the map as far as I'm aware. So that should be correct. The map of our arena. There's also a couple of walkthroughs of the arena. One of them is quite dark, so maybe we'll need to do like an updated
Better one.
Yeah, the other one is a 3D render. I think it's a playable 3D render of the maze. which is really cool because you can actually walk around, walk around the map and kind of look at places and such. But we'll have a look at the updated map in a second. Is there anything we want to touch on about the tournament before we jump into that sort of stuff?
It's about all we know for right now, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, we're at that stage where where attendance is wildly speculative, and all that good stuff. So, I mean, the fact that we have the dates now, and the dates are out in the wild, and everybody can start making their plans, and figuring out their teams and all that good stuff. Like that's fantastic. Just hopefully there's no world stopping pandemic again this year as it rolls into.
We're done with that. Don't worry about it.
Into the time. I am looking forward to everything lining up and me being able to use my fucking passport again, because I'll be able to go through the returning residence line when I arrive.
Oh, really? Perfect.
I still have my residency endorsement in my passport.
Like, you're never gonna get him out once he gets in.
Well,
Like,
I'm
I
okay
pay
with that.
I just pay to move it every time my passport expires. Let me just pay the $100 to move the residency.
Worth it.
So yeah,
probably a good call.
Fun.
Yeah,
probably a good call.
Yeah, because if I don't, trying to get it back at this point would be nigh on impossible.
Yeah,
because of how long I've been gone. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
To answer your question, Glader, we're going to play with the arena lights on or off this time. So I don't really know, because obviously I wasn't there. There was some sort of issue with the lighting in the maze, where upstairs was apparently pitch black, even without the house lights on. And I don't understand how that's the case, because there are a few lights up there, most of which are black lights. And it is dark, but I wouldn't say it's pitch black. So I was really interested to actually know what that was about, because I have a feeling it was just you guys not used to playing in dark, dingy mazes. Seeing as you're from the
Brisbane wussies.
Yeah, the sunshine state. You play your laser tag in basically the surface of the sun. But yeah, I was really interested to know. Pay out the bill. Really interested to know what that was, because yeah, I don't know. I've never had that issue before, and then you guys walk in and the lights apparently aren't working. So I don't know. We'll see. Hopefully the lights are fine. Yeah, we'll see though. But if not, we'll just play with the house lights on, because it's not that bad. Guess. Pretty sure it was an issue. You had a separate issue with the lighting. What was your issue with the lighting? Did it call you a slur?
We're just getting all the Auckland grievances out of the way now. You better fix your shit before we get there.
Shit. Well, how about you fix your shit? I'll fix it for you. We get to play again. We could chat. Yeah, exactly. So, obviously,
good point.
We talked about it in the last podcast of the year. Auckland Laser Force took a hiatus over the break, and they are to reopen next week. I think next week they're opening, either Sunday this week or Sunday the following. You're blind as fuck. That's a you problem.
That is 100% a you problem, Glader.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn all the lights off. It's gonna be
but if he can't see anyway, then turning off more lights won't help anybody but him. It will just bring the rest of us down to his level.
That's
so
a
don't
good
do that.
point. Yeah. Fuck. That's why they pay you the big bucks. Yeah, I can't wait till the speculation begins for who's actually coming and stuff. Right now, we've got 60 people on the event said that they're responding. Some of those people I don't think are Laser Force players. So
I'm still gonna put. Well, I can't speak for everybody, but I would say at least for players coming from the U.S., I would put the over under at probably 4 teams.
Really, from the U.S.
I would not be surprised.
I hope that's the case.
You genuinely think we're gonna have 24 people coming from the States, bro? I think
I'm hearing a lot of people taking the under. All right, I'll have Cody set up the bet.
Yeah, I love how optimistic you are, but in this particular instance, I think you're a fucking idiot.
All right,
Nah,
fine,
well,
fine.
I mean, that's probably
we'll
strong.
move the line 2.5.
I was gonna say probably 2. I would say probably 2. If we get 4, then I'll be stoked. If we get 2, then I'll be, just the same as I am now. If we get less than 2 teams coming from the States, I'm gonna be pissed because you motherfuckers have had 4 years to prepare for this shit. You knew it was coming. Make the effort.
You should have been making that $2.37 interest.
I'll be pretty disappointed if the Laser Force community doesn't show up for this, especially if most of them just go to the regional tournament. That'll really piss me off because make the effort, jerks.
Yeah. Yeah, somewhere in that two to 3 team range. I think I think is pretty realistic. I just think 4 is really an outlandish number.
Well, I'm definitely taking the over on 2.5. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's probably good. I'll take that. Yes, you're correct, DK. 6 months is should be enough time to sort out a passport. Get them sorted, kids. Get them sorted. You don't need a passport.
It's true. There is a
flight. You just need one to get on the plane.
Well, and hopefully, if everybody already has a passport, renewing it shouldn't take that long. If you do the steps online. But yeah, if you haven't got one, I would start the process now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
sort
accurate.
that shit out immediately. Wonder what the first US team is. Ooh, I mean, I would say hopefully. I think Utah's probably the first full site, and that would encompass both St. George and Cedar City. At least the majority of a team from that area. I would be surprised if they don't send players, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
It's a safe bet.
I would have thought that that Colorado would send more people, seeing as they have an active site. So if they don't send more than 2 players, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm already looking at you skeptically, Loveland. Already looking at you skeptically. Send more than 2 people, or else Uncle Steve's gonna be mad.
Will there be an over 40 bracket? That would be that would be so good.
Enough people.
You know what? Maybe not an over 40, but if we could have like a 35 and over.
Yeah, if we could do over 35,
I think over 35 we could probably
have a decent turnout.
Yeah.
That's like all of Oakley. So hopefully Detroit sends some players. I mean, there's a few key people from Detroit that I would love to see, obviously. Hopefully they send half a team at least. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I'm sure that if you don't attend a tournament to defend your title belt, then you forfeit your title belt. That's probably how that should work. Wolfman, if you want to send that down, I'll keep an eye out in the post for it. Yeah. Oh, he is in chat. Hello.
Nice. Very nice. Well done.
Yeah. He hears everything. Right. So just put it out there. Auckland should have 2 teams. I would imagine that Brisbane will hopefully send enough for at least 2 teams. Hopefully we see. It's sounding pretty good to see a turnout from the Melbourne region. We've got some expats that are maybe going to look to play as well. So it's shaping up. It's shaping up to be a pretty good tournament with all the extra stuff that we're going to do. It's worth your while making the trip. So
this is where we need that fast forward button for life again. I want it to be Nats already.
Well, and then also our European contingent, which sounds like sounds like we may have and maybe 6 from Europe. Maybe we'll get a few more.
That's
I don't
plausible.
know.
Yeah.
That would also be epically fantastic. Yeah, it was getting that many different countries in one place and having that place be New Zealand would be fucking ideal.
Would be great.
Be fucking great.
Because I think, like, even though New Zealand is a little bit out of the way for a lot of people who pretend to be Euro, comme Rus, it is a little bit out of the way, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's almost a neutral site at this stage. I don't know why. That's not even accurate. I don't know why I said
Nah.
I want those remarks stricken from the record.
Yeah. That's a dumb thing to say. Dumb. Start a podcast. International in the true sense of the word. Yeah, well, so, I mean, yeah, I'll edit it out. Okay, don't worry. Russ, good idea. I'll edit it out. It'll be fine. Yeah, so you're right, though. Mr. Doom. It'll be a true internationals. That might be the first internationals tournament that we've had so many different regions represented. Is that right? Am I speaking out of turn? Yeah, no, because they haven't played, like, the Euros haven't played Nats as of yet, right? It was
correct. They've done the
East Coast.
Correct. They've done some East Coast, a couple of West Coast, but the
West
timing...
Coast we had last year was like the most international tournament we've had. It wasn't even an internet.
Was that
correct?
The Loveland tournament? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So I think we actually had we didn't have. So at this stage, like, Lucy is kind of the representative from the Czech Republic, but
fair,
But aside from that part of Europe, like, I think all sites were not Melbourne, not Melbourne, but Australia. Whatever.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say not really Brisbane either.
Yeah, we didn't have anybody from Australia at that.
Played for Brisbane before, but it's not a Brisbane player per se.
Yeah, he gets his very unique stank all over it. Now I just assume that Brisbane have been there. Hey, Baden, you want to play for New Zealand, bro? Because we can make that happen, probably. I don't know.
Bring in the fucking ringers.
Let me quickly switch across to this scene so we can bring up this updated map, because it's probably worth bringing up. And I'll upload it and I'll share it to our Discord. Make sure you join the Discord. Actually, we're gonna try and reboot our left forums in our Discord page. There's a couple of posts in there already, but if you want to add your own discussions to the forums, they are forums. I don't know why I had fancy air quotes.
Yeah, there's no air quote there. It's it's legitimately a forum functionality built into Discord. So
we'll also upload it to the Laser Force tournaments page so you guys can check it out. But let me quickly do this. Oh yes, I did. See, at least I put those in the right place. It looks to be.
Did you though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that didn't change our view and our little guest star spot.
No.
It just goes to the stream.
Change on the stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Ooh,
yeah.
Fancy.
So
well, I'm still gonna look at the stream because I want to see it too.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah, same.
So if my blips are out of sync, that's why.
So this is the updated. Oh, hang on. Can I make it bigger? Yeah, I'll zoom in a sec. Hang on. What I might do.
That's what she said.
Lol. Let's move that under here. There we go. That's better. Okay. So.
No, that's still very.
Don't shut.
Very small.
I was fixing the chat. It's okay. So let's zoom in. I could zoom in like that, and then.
Suddenly that looks
enhanced. So this is the Auckland Arena. That did nothing. Just calm down. It's okay. Fucking old people, so impatient. Where's my dinner? It's 4 p.m. already.
Exactly what I was thinking later.
So this is the Auckland map. This is why we can't have nice things. You guys are so mean.
So mean.
These are mistakes.
Have you met us? I mean, seriously. Trash says it looks monstrous on a 65-inch TV. I mean, that seems
That's what
reasonable.
she said.
Okay, so that's a good point. I believe that this gap isn't. Oh, wait. What are you saying? There's a mistake in that. The mini corridor gone vertically between C bends and this one here. So this wall here is not there. This wall here is a doorway. Is currently open, so you could go through there. I'll make sure I make that amendment before I upload it. Fake wall. Now, there's a couple of key differences between this one and the one that's currently floating around on the internet. Probably the biggest, the biggest change is this big area here. This used to be smoke gen / where the spider / warbot was. All of this part of the arena has been reclaimed.
Removed.
Yeah, reclaimed into the foyer of lasers, turned into a party room. So none of that is accessible. Any changes 6 October? No. It's all the same as you would have played, Marcus. This is for anyone who hasn't played or hasn't played our site for
in a while.
That's,
that is a large chunk of playable space gone.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's turned our already reasonably small maze into a smaller maze. This used to be an okay spot to flush a resupply to. In fact, it was, the main resupply is kind of this area upstairs. Zoom in here. This whole area upstairs or even in here, but upstairs is pretty much where you want your resupply. The other area is this area over here. This is called the disco.
Fucking totems.
This is where the infamous totem was, against this wall here, facing out this way. It really bugged me because was it 3 or 4 tall? I can't remember. 3. Scout ammo scout. Yeah, scout ammo scout on this wall in a row. Around this corner was the medic. There is a doorway here which was closed off at the time, and then the 2-3 hits were out attacking. So players would run in.
Oh, there was a closed doorway.
Yeah. The way the maze was configured in 2006 for Nats was it was configured in a very defensive / many resupply spots way with the doorways.
Yeah, so with this door closed, you could have a resupply in this corner, and there was only one way in, one way out, or in this area here, which is the same thing. And this was green disco and what used to be red disco. The reason it's a disco, there's a disco ball hanging from the roof. Smart.
It's going to be confusing as fuck if Disco Stew and Disco Monkey both come to the tournament.
They're in disco.
Disco just shot Disco and Disco.
But yeah, so this is open, so it's all, now multiple ways in. But this is kind of the if you can't get upstairs, this is the next defendable resupply point. And it's a lot harder because of, there's multiple ways in and out. So if you can't get upstairs, probably go here. But with this part of the maze being shut, it removed another semi-viable resupply point. Green Disco, aka the first ever appearance of the totem. But I'm going to edit that out too. C-bend and horseshoe are also usable. So this here is C-bend because when the doors were closed, it was shaped like a C. And this is kind of shaped like a horseshoe over here. That's why we refer to it as horseshoe. Or some other people call it random shit like shoehorn, and I don't know, it's so dumb. But they're kind of usable, but not great points. Yeah, this in here used to be. This is probably another one that you'll notice the difference between the maps. This area here used to be what's known as Trips's Hole. It has now been walled off, and you can't go in there. So, for anyone that is familiar with Trips's Hole, don't go.
Oh my god, did you close Trips in there?
No, but I did see
Some
him.
say he's still there to this.
He's very keen to play medic at Nats. Yeah. Right. So, those are sort of the major structural changes. The last one is there's a wall here in red base. I'm not sure if this isn't super accurate, this wall, because I just bunged it in there. But there's a wall in the middle of red base, and in fact,
It's in the area.
this base here is not on this wall. It's on this wall. So ignore that. That's wrong. It's actually on.
So basically, you have to go around the wall to
get it.
Get the base. Okay.
Yeah. It used to be here, and it was funny because if you were at the top of long ramp here, at the top of long ramp you can actually, which is actually here, this section here. There we go. You can actually look out from this kind of landing point here out across into red base. There are some coverings across kind of, what would be their roof, but it's pretty open. You could get shot from down here from the top of this ramp, but it used to be that you could shoot from this ramp down and get the red base when it was on this wall. So anyone defending the long ramp would have an immediate reset of red base. So it got moved. Yeah, it was brutal.
Oof.
Yeah. But yeah, so those are the changes in the base. Also, green base has moved from being in the center of the roof here to being on this wall here that's in the middle of green base. So again, you can't shoot it from. You used to be able to stand in disco and shoot it from the corner. You duck down, shoot it, and get kind of resets that way. That's no longer the case.
Is the neutral base is no longer upstairs? It's now in that now in the third corner.
Yes.
Okay.
It used to be that up here on this wall there was an android. That android has now been moved to be the blue base as the neutral target in Space Marines. Which you can get resets on this base if you're defending from the disco, but you're pushing the track, because from this wall to just before you clear this wall is about 3 meters. So you'd be really pushing to get a reset off that target if you were chasing somebody out this way.
Fair enough.
Those are the major changes. I'm gonna have to make a couple of edits because this is incorrect, and I think this looks a little funky. I think that's right, but it just the scale's a little bit off. But yeah, that's our maze.
Kind of approximate diagrams you can give us.
Yeah,
so much the better.
Yeah. I think the majority of the maze, Dmihawk actually went around and measured, and then I think in there, because they built the 3D render, so in that's all to scale. But again, that's since changed. So probably need to take another look at that starting red zone, because we pushed it to the back wall for the first triple threat, and it shifted forwards. Yeah, we'll look to mark this out. So one thing that we wanted to do that we didn't end up doing for the triple threat tournament was measuring out key track points, and measuring out, properly marking out the start zones, and putting in the ref points, because we didn't really have that many refs, so it wasn't a biggie, but if you can have it, it's worth having. So we'll go through
anything that helps refs is always a positive thing.
Yeah, one thing that I've loved seeing that's been implemented is having ref points implemented, and you assign people ref spots, so that way that there's always somebody at a ref point. You got a 1, you got a 2, you got a 3, etc. Because you were the benchmark for the upstairs runs. Yeah, so Nodal at one point was the fastest current player. So we were, I think that based on Nodal's starts, where we had the points, it kind of worked out the same amount of time to get upstairs. So you kind of want the battle for upstairs to be as fair as possible. Same distance.
Yeah,
it
that
just
works.
comes down to how fast each person is. So,
All right.
how many refs? 12 refs. Yeah, we didn't have 12 at the triple threat. I think there was 6. So yeah, you're gonna be working your ass off before Nats. Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. Yeah, doing the same thing. But yeah, that's the map. I'll make this publicly available once I make the tweaks, and hopefully it's hopefully it kind of gives people a good understanding of where stuff is. Obviously, a bird's eye view of the arena is not really the same thing.
It never. I mean, it's one of those things that anytime I've ever like had a map of an arena beforehand, it's like you're looking at things and you're like, oh yeah, okay, this should flow this way, and this should, and okay, and you think you have this picture in your head of what you think it should play as, and then you actually get into it and you go, oh no, that is completely wrong from what I was assuming. So
Yeah.
It's nice to have the quick visual and whatnot on that. But I think at this point most people are experienced enough to know that it's just a rough overview, and once you actually step into it, whatever your previous assumptions were are probably going to change a little bit. I'm still trying to get over the fact that like you've lost this chunk of space out of the arena. I mean, just given how kind of speedball the maze was anyway, and then you take out this piece that made it a little less speedball-y, and yeah, I mean, I understand the business reason for
we'll get
doing
some
it.
quickie limbs, more
Oh,
time to party.
Yeah, I mean, again, I understand that the business reason for it makes sense. Getting an actual party room in there is positive, but yeesh.
It's thankfully it hasn't made too much of a difference to how we play Space Marines. Hasn't been a massive change, but yeah, it's certainly a change. And any change is difficult. This is the previous map. You can kind of see the area that has been closed up, and where the bases have kind of changed around and upstairs and stuff. There is a couple of things actually as well, which I forgot to mention, but let me quickly bring it up here.
And I don't, and while you're switching, I don't mind that the Trips's hole has been closed off, because that was such a terrible spot for shielding, like constant shielding calls out of that space.
Yeah.
So not having that as a risk is helpful, but it also does kind of suck that you lose this step in place when you're trying to escape from people.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to open a capture on the other screen, but that's okay. We'll sort that out shortly. Where is the map? Because it bears mentioning.
Any change is a change. Yep, Hoodie. That's
Famous words.
That's accurate.
Did I say? Did I really say that?
You did. And 2K, chat actually makes a. My bad, Si. My bad. Does actually ask a good question for is in the upstairs area, is the sheet going to be up to block off the space into?
So it's a little more than a sheet, but we have found that there are very tiny gaps between, because this wall here, for general play, it has a cargo net over the top of it, or actually it's even worse now. It's strips about, I don't know, about 6 centimeters in width that run along the end, that run along this open window. It's quite a long wall as well, and it's kind of almost like jail bars, but it's more intrusive because they're much thicker, like much wider fabric straps. Anyway, it's a nightmare shooting through them, and we just, we have a sheet of fabric that we put up there for members nights. One sheet of plywood and a few screws sorted. It's not our mate, so it's probably still going to be the sheet. But basically, there is the temptation. Moki Ali, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome to the resupply. So that sheet is normally up in that gap, and it means that you can't shoot through there. And even if you do get a lock tone through some of the tiny gaps, it will be against the rules to shoot through those gaps, even if you do get a hit tone. So yeah, you will be penalized for shooting through there, but it should be fine. We'll try and get it so that there's no gap, so it's a moot point anyway. So that'll be up. This wall here, it does have the remnants of a cargo net, and I think it might have those strips as well. That one we'll make a call on. I basically hate it. Actually no, it you can see through it because people, I think, were shooting over it, maybe. I don't know. Either way, we're gonna look to make some rules around those. You're gonna write a rule for room top of long ramp. So one of the things that we did find with this room here, or in fact for upstairs. So for these two walls here upstairs, when it comes to the chasing rule, they are not considered permanent field constructions, which means they don't break a chase. So chases, the chase, 2 meter either side, your path is not blocked by those walls. So if someone runs this way and if someone runs that way around the wall,
same path.
The same path, yeah. Steve, I can rewrite the ones you did for Triple D. Send it through, bro. Yeah.
Well, it's not really a chase exclusion, Doom. It's, if anything, it's like a chase enhancement almost.
Yeah. Well, so in 2006, the way that we had it was that basically the middle section of upstairs was a chase exclusion, where no distance inside of that counted toward the 3 meters. So is it now that the distance in here does, but these just don't break the path?
Correct.
Is that how that's?
I mean, that's an easy enough, like with them being ruled non-permanent field constructions, it's kind of done away with the need to have chase exclusion up there, because these were the kind of the reason why it was too hard to track a path, and because they kind of block the path and they kind of don't. With ruling them out, you just kind of take a 2 meter width, your 2 meter path. There are instances when where if someone cuts very close to this wall here, someone can, run this way along this wall here, and at certain points it'll be further than 2 meters. Those sorts of things will have to kind of be measured, but
but basically, it's like that long hall on the left and that diagonal wall on the right. That it's like those are the areas where you slip around one of those to get away from people, not just dance around the half walls.
Correct. Yeah.
I think I remember that, like, the other reason that we did the middle section as a chase exemption zone wasn't just because of the walls, but it was because the distance from, like, basically the resupply wall on the long ramp to safety was just over 3 meters. So it made it easier for the refs. And then same sort of thing on the left side going to the short ramp. it was just over 3 meters from the edge where we had the exclusion to making the corner.
Yeah.
So I do remember why we had done it the other way in the first place. But if you guys have found that just making those two walls not break path,
well, that's how we tried it at the triple threat tournament, and I am open to having a discussion about it when we do the practice night on the Sunday, because if we can figure out a better way of doing it, then I'm all ears. Maybe even if we tackle it before that, because
it'd be nice to probably test it out a little bit on your member nights before anything else, and hopefully you guys can figure it out in advance.
Yeah, at our members nights.
Well, you better get on it.
I know what you're talking about, Nodal. So we've played, and we measured it. We measured it so that from this wall here to a kind of a semicircle here works out to be. Sorry, let me rephrase that. From this wall here to around this corner here worked out to be more than 3 meters. So you could kind of, if you managed to set a track from this kind of opening here to around this corner, people shouldn't be able to chase you. Now, we measured it, and that's how we measured it as. Traj measured it different, and reckons that if you hug the wall, if somebody's running this way and you run up here and hug the wall, then you're out of that 2 meter path. I don't think that's accurate, but Traj is rules god, so who knows?
Traj can be head ref for this tournament.
Yeah, perfect.
We'll do that. I think that solves. I think that solves so many problems right there.
Even if he's not playing, right?
Until Brisbane gets in the finals.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna veto that shit. Other way around? Yeah, okay. So, but either way, yeah. So if somebody ran around this way and you hug this wall, it's from the furthest point here to where you are here. It doesn't measure. Sorry, it measures more than 2 meters, and so you can actually. Someone runs around here, you run this way, you can actually follow them around the corner. Which, when we measured it in all of our casual gameplay, wasn't the case. But what do I know? Fuck me, am I right? Yeah, so we'll look to clarify a lot of the upstairs stuff. We'll mark out a lot of the key tracking points is from this edge here to this point here is longer than 3 meters, depending on where your paths intersect. Same thing from like this point to around this corner. This point to around this corner. I think that's slightly more than 3 meters. They're all very borderline.
It is. I guarantee that's more than 3 because that literally that was one of the measurements that we did when we set that the middle upstairs as a chase exclusion because we put tape down in certain places to okay, here is very clearly where the exclusion ends, and part of the reason it worked was because knowing that okay, from here if you get around here you have definitely gone 3+, and so they can't get that on you. So
there are, I mean, it's kind of, there's some like borderline stuff from this middle ramp, which actually goes down to red base. The top of here to this point, that's longer than 3 meters, so you can't get to this. If someone gets to the top of this ramp, you can't follow them to this point and shoot them as they go down this ramp.
Good to know.
Triple threat worked well to showcase a few things you guys didn't think of. Yeah, oh yeah, heck yeah, and I think that's one of the best things, Gladers, because we don't play a regular tournament or regular league or anything like that, so we don't often think about a lot of this stuff because we don't have like refs and stuff that are in there. So yeah, having people come in from the rest of the community, like from the other parts of the community, is excellent. It's very, very good. Noel also sent me a document which basically just sort of highlights just in visual format how the rule kind of worked for walls up here not being permanent field construction.
Hmm.
Yeah, that all makes sense. Yeah, cool. So there's those. There was one other thing. Oh, we've got.
I'm so FOMO'd right now, and I hate all of you.
Well, I mean, you shouldn't be because you're coming. I don't know what you're.
There's nothing to. Yeah.
There's a couple of quirky things with our maze. There is a small hole in this wall upstairs that looks out across basically this whole area. We normally have blocks in there. It's illegal to shoot out of it or shoot from below up into it. Normally,
it doesn't exist.
We've got blocks that we put in there that we haven't put in there for a long time because we're too lazy, but people just don't use the holes. One thing that it is very useful for, which I don't know, maybe we'll take away. We'll see. We'll put the blocks in. We'll see how it plays. You can actually look out of this and see what's happening, so it makes it good for being able to, if you're in a hunt towards the end of the game, if you're hunting to get the elam, it can be handy to look out of this hole and just call out to your team if you see, enemies.
So basically, it takes a dominant position and makes it more dominant.
Exactly. So we might take that away.
So put the blocks in.
If you can't shoot through it anyway,
you
might just want to get rid of it.
Yeah. There's one here up in this corner, which we'll put the blocks in because it doesn't look at anything. It's just you can see someone if they're standing here, but you can't legally shoot them, so it doesn't matter.
Just put the blocks in. That's easy.
There's also a tunnel that runs underneath this ramp, so you can go, from this all of this middle section here, all of that is underneath the upstairs part.
And it's all smally sized.
No, it's just not, orange sized. But yeah, all of this becomes like a closed-in kind of mazy area. There is a tunnel that runs underneath the ramps, which we don't use in competitive play. G'day, Blue. Happy times.
Well, you guys hate on short people, bro.
What's up, Blue?
Give on, mate. Oh, this bloody Twitch guest is amazing. It's awesome.
Can you shoot through it though?
No, you can't.
Okay. So it should probably also be like taped off.
We can't block it up. You can only shoot through it if you really crouched and looked down through it. If someone's doing that, then dumb.
It's pretty obvious.
Yeah. But we'll do a rules thing, and it'll just be a case of don't shoot through it, don't go through it. And if you were gonna look through it, you'd probably put yourself in a vulnerable position to get shot anyway. So it's not really worth your while unless you're Smalley. First time you played, I tunneled straight into Steve's ass. I loved it. It was great.
So is phrasing just not a thing anymore?
Correct. Or maybe he phrased it exactly the way he wanted to.
So, you know what happened after that?
Stephen went to the dump shop.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the Auckland maze. It's pretty cool. It's fun little maze. There's a good percentage of you that I think have played this arena. So really, there are just the changes that kind of bear mentioning. You're more than happy to write all these all up later on. Yeah, actually, I mean, Noldor, if you wouldn't mind, that'd be friggin' sweet. Because you'd probably be able to do a better job than me. Smaller, you're just 5 centimeters.
It's the thing that's in the place, and you can't do the other thing.
You never played it. Give us all the tips. I'll give you the tip.
Just a tip?
Put some ginger tape across it. Nah, too much effort. Doesn't need it. Just don't. I mean, if you were trying to look through there, it'd be just a waste of time. Are you sleeping at the foot of my bed like a puppy, Hoodie? If that means that you're coming, then hell yeah. You can come and be my good boy.
If he's sleeping at the foot of your bed, that's gonna happen.
Oh, I'm the good boy. You're the good boy. There are a couple of other targets in the arena, but they don't really, we don't use them for Space Marine, so who cares?
Pretty much.
The only, yeah. So this is the maze. It's really cool. If you want any tips about how to play any of this stuff, you can ask. I'm going to give you the wrong information because it benefits me to make you play shitty.
Seems about right.
No. I'm happy to help because I know that it's super helpful when people do stuff when I ask them to do shit. So I'm more than happy to answer any questions you might have, or if you got any tips or anything, we can see what we can do. Can I be your good boy and your naughty girl? Of course. How is that different from all the time? Right. Save for the resupply after dark. Cool. Any questions?
In fact, it's after dark here, so
Or maybe we should just call it resupply upstairs in the tower.
Resupply double taps. Yeah.
Wow.
Is there any questions? Does anyone want to make any questions or comments or anything?
Is it July yet?
It is not July yet.
Not July
Fuck.
yet.
No.
She's gonna be a long 6 months, I think. But that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean this is I'm definitely excited about this. Even if it is going to be 3 years late. I'm definitely curious to see how many people actually, commit and buy the fucking tickets. Myself included. Yeah, I'm very looking forward to seeing how all this kind of all this eventuates out. It'd be great.
Let's
It'd be fun.
I could try one more thing. Window capture. What's this one? Maze walk through. Let's try one more thing, which might be interesting. Here we go. That's what we're after.
What did you do, Steve-O?
Oh, hey, I know that thing.
What did you do,
know
Steve-O?
that thing.
Oh, that's what you did.
Let's quickly just move that up here. And we'll move this one here. And get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so this here is the walkthrough. This is something I've wanted to do for quite a while. So massive thank you. Oh, that's not even...
Yep, this is going to translate so well when it goes on Spotify.
Quality radio right here.
It's not working. That's a real shame because could have been awesome.
Maybe you can make like a VOD for it specifically rather than trying to do it live on our show.
Always do it live.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Do it
Fuck
live!
We're doing it live, damn
Fuck it.
That's a
Fucking
real
thing
shame.
sucks!
That is a real shame because it's a little 3D walkthrough.
Ah!
But that's okay. Fuck it. That's okay. You may not be able to do some physio stuff for the tournament. Now you registered physio. Oh, that's awesome. A
That would
tournament,
be legit.
tournament physio. That's wicked.
But almost like we're like official or some shit.
So you could you could make a killing money wise. You should charge. We'll get you a little. We'll set up this area here because it's all dark and we could set up a massage bed and shit.
It's not that type of massage, Steve-O.
Hey, know-it-all, you want some gummy bears?
Way to bring that around. Way to bring that
Full
around.
circle.
Thank you.
Nice job. Hey,
Yeah,
simmer
massage
down,
bed.
son.
You pre-booked them 4 or 5 days. Damn it. Right. Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I can't wait. Like I said at the top, I'll put together a itinerary for what travel after the tournament looks like. At this stage, it'll probably be a Sunday following the tournament. We'll probably leave Auckland, and then we'll be back in Auckland the following Saturday. That's probably what it's looking like at the moment. So, and that would mean that you would maybe, if you were looking to fly elsewhere, you'd fly out on the Sunday, or you'd fly direct from Wellington or whatever. But that's kind of the date range we're looking at, and I'll try and get a good amount of costing. So if you want to tag along with a few of us, I think so far it's myself and DK.
That's a
I
good
think
start.
the Melbourne boys will be talked in.
If the Melbourne boys come, then they'll be coming. So what's this?
There's no if. They're gonna be there.
Oh,
Than's
that's
gonna
right.
be there.
That's
Quit all this bullshit.
That's right. Lucy, you coming too? Okay. So so hang on. We'll have a neutral head referee, a commentary team, and a physio. Yeah, this is the best tournament ever.
Already, yeah.
I've got ideas for commentary from inside the arena. We'll see how
from inside the arena.
We'll see how that goes. We got told, well, sort of, that the idea was bandied about that we get Blueson to be the color commentator, even though Blueson doesn't really know what he's talking
Anything?
about. It'll be
About
very,
Lizard?
very amusing.
There's a green guy. He went around the corner, and there's a red guy on the other side, and boom goes the dynamite.
I think he's just going to use
I was gonna say later. I'm just like, I might call that into question.
I was just reading what Hoodlum said. What we were talking about, Shawnee, is travel after the tournament. Because obviously, whilst Laser Force is really fun, the best part of Laser Force for me anyway is all the social interactions we have after the fact. So, this one I'm actually gonna properly plan out a trip for after the tournament. So if people are interested to come along on that trip, then it's an easier, more organized way of doing some group travel. So I'll work out an itinerary, I'll work out a rough costing for it, and then people can at least, all the hard part is done. You just bring your money with you. That's pretty much the only thing you need to worry about. You need a parent permission slip. Exactly right. You definitely do. Right.
Kids.
I don't know if there's any underage players anymore. Not that I can think of. And by underage, I mean 18 and over, because New Zealand is very liberal when it comes to drinking. I think everyone's pretty much like
Can't think off the top of my head.
legally allowed to drink these days.
The kids have started growing up.
Sure have. You might be the youngest. I don't think so. I think they're still younger than you, but not by much. You were 21 by then anyways? Oh, what a waste. If we had done this in 2020. Yeah. Right. Let's get out of here, shall we? People can go and enjoy the rest of their weekend. Boys,
Sounds like a plan.
It's very, very nice. Hang on, let me switch back to this one. Let me go back to here. Oh,
Get that map off the screen.
smooth transition. Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited about this tournament. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm both happy and annoyed at Russ saying, "Hey, look, United's having a sale on flights." God damn it.
Russ, are you coming to the tournament? hope
I
he
don't
is.
think he was joking about bringing his family. I think that's probably a real thing.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
That's awesome. Oh,
Yeah, he's
can't
not. He's not in chat anymore. He basically stuck around long enough to fuck me with that United
Right.
sale and
That's very
bounced.
generous of him.
Yes.
Oh.
And he get
Good, that guy needs it.
Yeah.
Poor
Fuck that
bastard.
guy, Yeah.
Wow.
Thanks,
Essentially
Hoodie.
broke.
Oh man, I get double. Oh, that's like double bubble for me. That's so
I was gonna say,
nice.
speaking of neutral referees, thanks a lot, Twitch.
I'm so glad
The
to be
rich get richer.
back doing the Resupply podcast for another year, and it's the first time in a long time that we've had nationals to look forward to and get friggin' hyped for. So expect us to talk a bunch about this tournament. We'll do an episode that's probably just talking about the trip once I work out the other fun shit that we're gonna do. We still need to figure out the cost of the tournament. I'm waiting for the owners to get back in the country and we can figure that out. There's awards dinners and disc golf tournaments and all sorts of really fun things. It's the middle of winter during that time of the year, just FYI, so there will be some very beautiful scenery to take in. Part of our trip will take us past some mountain ranges and shit, but anyway, that's discussion for another time. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
We will be back doing regular podcasts now for the first little while. There will be some disruptions over the next couple of weeks because there are some public holiday weekends here, and also DK's got some shit going on. But keep an eye on the Discord. I'll endeavor to put regular scheduling back up in there. This coming week, I'll be having a guest with me on the Lego stream. So come join us on Wednesday for that. Thunderdome Thursday is not back this week because the boys are playing a show. These four walls are
Reasonable.
Did you hear? They're playing with Power Man 5000.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, so Gray's unavailable, but I'll figure something out to do on Thursday. We'll be back to do more shows talking about Laser Force shenanigans for 2023. But for this week, I've been Guy Next Door.
I've been DK.
And I've been Than.
Always remember to backtrack, kids, and finally buy some travel insurance. We'll see you all. We'll see you all next week. Ka kite anō.
I've been throwing daggers in the night. I've been chasing all the stars, stealing all their lights. The cut so sharp, the cut so deep. If they seem to hit their target, it must be what we reap. 'Cause you don't know what I know. You don't feel the way I feel. All these places I wanna go makes me wonder if my looks could kill. I've been throwing daggers in my dreams. If they seem to hit their target, it's harder than it seems. You don't know what I know. You don't feel the way I feel. In all these places I wanna go makes me wonder if my looks could kill. I'm a well-known stranger, walking my own path. Gave up all my mysteries just to get a laugh. You keep me hanging on so tight. Sometimes I just have to wonder, do you know wrong from right? 'Cause you don't know what I know. But you don't feel the way I feel. In all these places I wanna